fucking life.
Come on, Mikey.
You know
you're not getting on your Zoom.
You know what's,
blame him too.
you know what's one of my
You're
favorite
the producer.
sayings?
You should be on his shit.
You know what's one of my favorite things to say?
What?
Don't say it.
Don't you ever in your fucking life play with me like that. I love saying that shit. Don't you ever in your...
you do.
I
feel me?
I feel like we're always waiting for...
the perfect time.
Yeah, like the perfect... when I get the right house, when I get the right person, when I get the right amount of money in my bank account, then I'm going to be able to laugh. No, like, find joy in every moment.
Every moment.
Because... things are always going to happen. It's going to rain one day. It's going to be sunny the next day. It's going to storm real bad. The power going to go off.
So that means you finna just...
right, like you just going to be miserable.
Every
now and then, whenever a sunny day comes, that's when you're going to be happy. But what about the other days? Like, don't you deserve to be happy regardless of everything that's going on in your life?
Mm-hmm. 100%.
That was a little sneak peek.
No, I love that. Because it goes like perfectly...
with everything that we're about to talk about.
Oh my God, we got some tea.
Right, I was sitting here thinking, like, how do we even start this off?
Because it's so much. Jesus, help us.
Jesus Darnell Christ.
Jesus Devontae Christ.
Yeah, Jesus
Devontae Christ. Please.
We got hot already.
Help me.
All right.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all transmuting y'all
Another
bad
thing
energy.
that I have to
y'all
say is that the reason why I'm holding this microphone right now is because...
Ghetto Productions.
Yes.
It's like, no.
The devil be trying to win. Like, he be trying to...
He's trying to get on his
like,
Zoom,
boy, just mind your business. Stay where you at. Why is you bothering me? You feel me? You ever just be enjoying life and the devil just get busy?
Swipe or no swipey.
And I don't know for the people that don't believe in, God and the devil, but I grew up in church, so I don't care how far I get from the church. I still be using that old
for
school
me,
shit. I be like, the devil is testing me.
I hate using the devil
I
as
know.
testing me. Like, I get it, but I hate using it sometimes.
I hate using it too, but it just be sometimes I just be like...
It's the quickest
they used to
way
sing
to
this
say
song in church. Stomp on the devil's head.
I don't think I sang.
Yes,
I heard that one.
Like,
you need to stomp on the devil's
but
head.
anyways, the devil be trying to fuck with us. So I'm holding this microphone right now because for some reason we keep getting like a buzzing sound in the mics for some reason. So we had to switch microphones. My brother let me use his microphone so that the buzzing sound can go away. I just wanted to point that out because I know y'all probably gonna be like,
what the fuck?
I know y'all gonna be like, y'all ain't. What happened?
And y'all
left us for 2 months and y'all come back with this shit. This ghetto shit. But it's
well.
Okay.
That's
the real us.
Point. Yeah.
This is the real us. And the point of, I ain't even gonna say this episode. The point of our entire podcast is we are just
raw.
too human. And the reason, which I already knew our shit was like dope and raw or whatever, but when I was doing them interviews at the showcase the other night, it made me realize, like, I did introduce our podcast or whatever, but, like, I didn't say nothing about our podcast, but I had a little, like, logo pulled up.
Yeah.
And, like,
that was cute.
Yeah, and when people would sit down and they'd be like, damn, I'm human as fuck. It's like the energy rub off on people because it's a statement. Too human. It's a statement. Like, no matter how spiritual you can be, no matter what you got going on in your life, who you are, what race,
you're always gonna be human.
What background. One thing we all have in common, we are all human beings. And it's like, sometimes I catch myself if I get prideful or if I get a little like cocky or like feeling myself a little, which you should feel yourself, but I'm just saying, like, I remind myself, like, with the spiritual shit, because I am very spiritual, and sometimes I catch myself, and it's not wrong with it, but I praise myself for that. But I remember, I don't care how many books I read. I don't care how much yoga I do. I don't care if I go to church every day. I don't care what I do. I'm still a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on the, like, as long as we're alive, we're still human. Yeah. So we all have that.
Be perfect all the time. There's always going to be moments where you just don't have it in you some days. Or
Yeah.
You might.
Or you fuck up.
Yeah, like, it happens. Like, it's always going to happen. Shit is always not going to go according to plan. But that's just a part of life.
You can never take away the human aspect of yourself. No matter
That's
what.
that's literally what was going on in my head as you were talking. Like, you really can't take that away. As long as you're living on this earth and you're alive in this body that you have, you will forever be a human. You can try so hard to transcend and be spiritual and all of that, but at
Still
the end of the
human.
day, you're still until you die and your soul leaves this body and then you're reunited with your true spiritual self. You are still a human being in this earth. You are going to be limited to some things, and yes, we're still promoting growth. We're still promoting, bettering yourself and all of that, but you're still human. Like, you still have to take the necessary precautions to take care of yourself, because I can't just drink water once a today and not drink it no more, because
You still need water.
right. Like, eventually, I'm gonna get dehydrated.
Yeah.
It's a constant thing that you gotta do every day. Like,
Basically what we were saying, how you can't take the human aspect away, but you can try to just do better. Like, we can't change that we're human. We're gonna be fucked up. There's things about us, because of being human and because we're in this world where it's toxic. People manipulate things. The government manipulates things daily. Things that are very unnatural. We're in this evil ass world. You know, but we can still do things to make ourselves better and make the world better.
yeah,
And I truly believe, and I read this. It's like a lot of books I have read. It has this like one common factor that when you love yourself, they didn't all say this, but I'm gonna just reframe it in my own words. Basically, self-love is the cure to the world, the fucked up world. Because when you love yourself, you can easily love other people.
others, yeah.
When you love yourself, you can move with grace. You're happy, you're joyful, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't project your insecurities on it. And that's a lot of the reason why the world is fucked up. A lot of evil people, they're projecting. They're projecting. People that abuse, people that do messed up shit every day, like, they're projecting. But when you love yourself,
you project that love.
you project love. And also what we were talking about a while ago with routines, I know, because at first we was going to talk about that,
Yeah.
but we can, still insert it a little bit.
Yeah.
The reason of we want to implement healthy routines and healthy habits is because when you fill your own cup up, then you can, like, when you come around other people, you can pour out more positive energy versus...
Because you have a lot to spare. Versus you're already running on empty because you're not taking care of yourself and your spirit to be able to do it. And that goes, like, with the drinking water, that aspect that I was about to get into. You can't just do something one day and think that that's just going to hold you off forever, because it's not. That's why it's so important. And that's why I've really been trying to work hard on building some healthy routines, because I know those are going to help me to remain a full cup, so I can then pour into other people, into my business, into my goals, into my career, into other things. And it's going to help me grow and grow and grow. Because if you're it's like taking care of a plant, taking care of anything
and a
else.
garden.
Right. If you take care of your garden, didn't Brooke say something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you take care of your garden, you'll be able to eat from your own fruits.
If you take care of your garden, you'll be able to eat from your own fruits. Other people can eat from...
Right.
You can help nourish other people.
Right.
Because they come around and they do happen to eat from your garden. It's good stuff. It's not rotten. It's not dead.
Right,
it's not...
Right, because you're taking care of it.
And then also, if you take care of your garden, like, say if we were, you outside, you're going to tend to want to... If you got you got this garden, beautiful, strawberries growing, whatever. You got this other garden, dead, musty. I don't know why I said musty. But you're not going to want to go over there. So if you water your garden, not only are you benefiting yourself, and then you're attracting
more things. Right.
But you also have to be careful as a good human being and a genuine person. Sometimes you can attract
bad
leeches.
Spirits. Yeah, leeches that want to
they see that, they got that good garden.
Yep.
I'm about to
That's
take
why
that
you
shit.
also have to
I don't want to take the time to water my own garden, so I'm about to take that shit.
Yep. Or they're just so unhappy with themselves that they want to see you just as unhappy as them, because they can't believe that something like that can happen. So in order to continue that belief in their mind of this is impossible,
Mm-hmm.
they have to mess up what you have going on so they can reaffirm to themselves like, yep, you can't find happiness or you
Right.
can't find success because it's gonna always be something that messes it up.
Which goes back to them projecting. They don't have
Right.
self-love, so they're projecting hate. They're
Right.
projecting
They fears on you.
yeah, unhappiness, fear, anxiety, depression. They're
Right.
projecting all that shit, you feel me? So that's why I say self-love is the cure
It really is.
to the world. Because if everybody practiced self-love, the world would be a better place. The world's only fucked up because people hate themselves. People don't take the time to heal. They don't take the time to water their garden.
And then a lot of the times too, like they're just so caught up in other things with life, because life can get difficult that they just be so serious. And that was like part of the thing that I was talking about, not taking life so seriously.
Yep.
We take life so seriously. Like we
Serious.
put so much pressure on ourselves
Like,
to
it's
be
not that
this
deep.
and do that. It's really not, because
not-
I've seen this one quote and it was like, we take life so seriously, but nobody is gonna make it out alive. And that's so true.
Until you die.
Right, one day we're gonna pass away, and I don't want to look back or wherever, like however it works, and realize that I spent all my life stressing or worrying about shit that was not gonna matter at the end of the day. Like, I just want to enjoy my life, spread love as much as I can, enjoy myself, spread joy as much as I can. I don't want to sit here and be so pressured of what I gotta do next, what I have to do next. Like, I just want to flow with life.
Love the people that love me.
Yes.
Do the things that I love to do. Do the things that bring me happiness.
Right.
And you know, when you was saying that just then, it made me think about my love language. Well, I mean, I have different love languages, but
Yeah, same.
one of my favorite is words of affirmation.
Really?
Because I figured out that one of the things that makes me the happiest in the world is when I'm telling somebody like how beautiful they are, or I don't know, it could be anything. Like last night at the narrow listening party, I was telling him like, you know, I was talking about his friends. I was like, your friends just show up for you, whatever. Then I started telling him like, you got that it factor. Like your music good as fuck. You're a dope ass person. It's like filling up other people's cup fills my cup up too.
Yeah.
Like telling somebody how beautiful they are, or about their worth, or whatever things that they might not see but I can see, that makes me so happy.
That's nice. I love that.
And it just remind me, I don't know why I brought it up, but I brought it up because it's just like the point that we're making. When you have self-love, you love yourself, and then you're able to spread love. You're able to, it's contagious.
It is.
Just like sickness is very contagious. We use sickness, that's like an analogy, because literally when you sick, if I cough on you, you're going to be sick.
Right.
But if I'm practicing healthy habits and I'm drinking tea, eating better, and you around me and you pick that up too, that's contagious.
That's why too. So
Self-love is contagious.
I've been trying to work on, like, I do want to still encourage my friends and the people that I love, give them like advice or whatever. But I also want to learn on I want to start doing more of me actually doing these things. Because a lot of the times, like, yeah, I do this stuff, but I don't really do it consistently enough to, like, really see an impact in my life.
Yeah.
So I want to actually start doing it myself before I start pushing people. Because I'd rather just them see me do it and see how it's affecting my life. And then they're like, you know what? I should do this.
Instead of talking about it.
Yeah.
And then you talking about it and people confused because you talking about something that you're not living. So they be like
that, and just the fact that,
you know,
a lot of the times we tell, like what we were just talking about a few minutes ago, we tell our friends, like, we give them advice, but they might not be ready to hear it right then, or they're not gonna listen to it right then. Like, it's gonna take for them to one day decide that they're ready to listen to it. But it'll be better if I'm living it and they are seeing that, like, maybe I'm living a different lifestyle than they are, and they want what I have. Not in, like, the point of jealousy, but more so, like, I want that peace that they're,
that love,
you know,
that
like that love, that happiness, that joy that they're having. I want that for myself. So I'm gonna, you know, maybe start doing or implementing some of the things that they do. Because another thing too is, we get so caught up in, oh, well, I see that person is doing, like, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and going to the gym and this and the third, and we think that we have to do that exact same thing, but we don't have to. Like,
find your own.
Yeah, find your own pace. Yeah. Find what works for you. Like,
you might work better at night,
right,
so you might sleep in to 12, 1, 2 o'clock, but you can still be productive.
That's why I was really sitting down this past week trying to figure out what was going to work best for me. I know it's important to have a routine because it's good to pour into yourself. Like, I really want to start pouring into myself and really taking care of my energy.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do something just because somebody else is doing it, because that's what's working for them. Yeah. But that may not work for me. Like, I really had to sit down and decide what it was that was going to work for myself.
You have to really. It's just funny when I have something to say. I always be like.
And another thing, I got a thought.
But I don't know why I do that. But what I thought about when you were saying that, because I'm thinking like, okay, we're telling them, find what works best for you. But somebody might be like, well, how I do that? You have to spend time with yourself. Spend time with yourself. That's why what we were just saying, sometimes you can watch the YouTube videos, the TikToks, the Instagram Reels, and be like, damn, they waking up at 5 in the morning. They going to the gym. They doing this, they doing that. You try that same method, and it's not working for you,
Yeah.
But you're spending time looking at somebody else's life. You don't know the background. You don't know all that. They're just showing you the highlight. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they've been through. You've been through something completely different. So another system might work better for you. But the only way to find that out is to spend time with yourself. Right. You have to spend time with yourself.
And then a lot of times
you got to learn yourself.
For me, yeah, like I be expecting other people to answer my questions for myself. Like if
I'm going through, knowing it.
Yeah, like if I'm going through a decision, sometimes I catch myself like wanting to talk to other people so they can say something that's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I need to do. But at the end of the day, we have to live with whatever choices that we make. So we got to sit down and decide for ourselves. And we know it. Like, we already know what we have to do, or, like, the knowledge to get there. We already have it within us. It's just a matter of whether we tap into that energy and actually access it and be able to change.
Yeah, it's a choice. Thank you, producer Mikey.
Never mind, I was going to say studio help, but that sound bad.
Studio help. But one thing I was going to say, too, a while ago when you was talking about, when we were talking about how, like, self-love is contagious, just like the bad shit is contagious.
Yeah.
An example is our friendship. So, and this can lead into what we really want to talk about.
Right, because we kind of talk about other shit.
But, so, a while ago before we started recording, we were talking about how, like, compared to when we first started talking and when we first started the podcast to who we are now, we're so different.
We are.
But what I was going to say, when we became friends, I knew that she was a good friend for me because you brought out the best in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking to you, being around you didn't make me. I mean, of course, we still human, so we gonna dream. We gonna talk to people we shouldn't be talking to.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just like, all right, the stuff we had in common, reading, doing yoga,
wanting to better ourselves. Yeah,
it rubbed off on each other.
Yeah,
and look what we've created just by that energy rubbing off on each other. Now imagine if we were down and out type people. Just sitting in our mess, like bad energy, bad gardens.
Right.
We would have never created what we're doing right now. And I just say that to say, like, it's important in life. Of course, self-love is important, 100%. But you have to be careful on who you allow
surround yourself with. Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can have.
It's very important.
Have the most self-love in the world. You let that one person in, they're gonna destruct it all.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be careful on who you let into your space, who you let around your garden, who you, you know what I'm saying, who you let.
It's very important.
Help you sing, because you could build a beautiful garden, and then let the wrong person in, and they gonna be poisoning. You turn your back 1 second,
or they like eating your fruits without you even knowing, or taking away, or
and then
all
you
that.
look back and you wonder why your shit not right.
Right, and you don't realize that you got a leech in your circle.
this is making me mad because I'm thinking about myself.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about myself. I'm like, it's just so much that happened that we got to talk about. But before I get into that, because we was first going to talk about routines. One thing that I realized about myself over these past couple months that we haven't been recording, and it made me sad, I realized that, oh my God, am I going to cry right now?
I was trying so hard. Like, go ahead.
I
I feel like I'm gonna end up crying in this episode.
I realized that the stuff that I preach about on my Instagram or YouTube, the podcast, or the other people, I had a moment with myself. I said, I'm not living that.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling all these younger girls or whoever is watching me, I'm telling them, love yourself, you know, pour into yourself, do better, you know?
Yeah.
And I know I'm human, so I know I'm a fuck up.
Yeah.
But I had a realization with myself. I said, I'm not doing the stuff that I'm preaching about. I'm not practicing what I'm preaching.
Yeah.
And it made me so sad because that's like being a fake, a fraud, you know, a hypocrite. And that's why we haven't recorded lately. And I really haven't been, I might be active on social media, but I haven't really been posting like the stuff I usually post, my content and shit. Because I had to take some time with myself. I said, I got to get myself together. I got to do better. Because I'm trying to tell these people to do better. And I'm not practicing what I'm preaching. You feel me? And that really broke my heart because that's one thing I live against. Being a fraud, being fake, being, you know, it's a lot of people on the internet that spread certain shit and they not really living it.
Honestly,
I
like,
want to be one of them
I
people.
had a moment like that too where I kind of debated whether I wanted to continue to do the podcast because I'm like,
Really?
I'm not really, like, I'm not really living up to, and that's why I said I really want to work. I tattooed this whole fucking word discipline on my body like months ago.
Discipline, yeah.
And I have yet to.
You ain't been disciplined?
I haven't been disciplined not one bit. Like, and it sucks
okay.
because, like, for me, it's not so much like telling people that I'm doing stuff, but just myself. Like, I've been telling myself for months, for years, that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I don't do it.
Haven't.
And it's heartbreaking when you really sit and think to yourself, like, you haven't done none of this shit that you said that you're gonna do, that you know is gonna put you in a better place. Like, do you even want to do this? Like, do you even really want to have the life that you said that you want to have when you're not taking the steps that you need to take? Like, you're not really. You just sit there and you're a journal about it, and you be so excited, like, oh yes, I gotta be disciplined, this, that, and the third. But you're not really doing it. Like, you're letting everything else get your attention, get your energy, but you're not taking the steps that you really want to take.
Your everyday life is not reflecting what you desire or what you
say that you really want.
And that's what I realized. I said that, and that's a problem. That is. And you know, one thing that I am thankful for is my conscience and my awareness, conviction. I really don't like to use that word because I have like a lot of church trauma.
Yeah, I feel you.
Conviction,
but it's
true,
the only. It's a really proper word to use for it because that's. Yeah.
I'm grateful that I have that conviction because I could be one of the people that's like living the way that I'm living.
To it,
like, I realize that I'm not practicing what I preach, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Well.
But me, I'm like, I don't like this about myself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to change it. I'm going to work on it. You know, it's not all them Instagram followers, all them views. It ain't their responsibility to change. I have to change me because I want to change me.
Exactly.
You know, and maybe I was going through a season in my life at the time where I didn't want that for myself.
Right.
Maybe I didn't want to change. But for you to change, you have to want it. You have to have that desire, you know? And for a while, I didn't have that desire anymore. And that's what made me sad. I'm like, damn, I don't wake up like I used to and want to do better. And want to, you know what I'm saying? But I realized I didn't like that about myself. And I'm like, I'm going to work on it. Yeah. I'm going to change. And that's the point of our podcast is to show y'all. And it, like you said a while ago, like, debating on, because I had it too. I had them thoughts like, damn, should I even do the podcast anymore? Like, because I'm not practicing what I preach. I'm fucked up. But I'm like, fuck no. Like, we about to show y'all what being human is really. Like, the reason we started this and the reason we named it that is because it's real. Like people that get on the internet sometime and have microphones and platforms, like I'm
And they
not.
show like the good side, but they don't show, or like they'll show a little bit. But I feel like what I love the most about our platform or our podcast is that we're showing it all, like,
Showing it all.
and it's more so we're showing it like the real, like the beginning. Like we don't have a whole bunch of followers. We don't. I don't have a whole bunch of money.
We not rich.
Right, like it's so much that I want to speak for myself. It's so much that I'm struggling with right now.
Internally.
But I know, like everything in me knows that we're gonna be in such an amazing place. Like we're gonna
We good.
elevate. Right,
We're
even
good.
now we're good. Like we're gonna
good.
elevate so much, and I just want to show people because I know how hard it is for myself when I'm having those moments,
Life is
and I just
hard.
want to be. I love that we can be a person that you can see, like when you're having those moments of doubts and you feel like it's so impossible, and then like you're listening to all these podcasts and they're telling you that it's possible, but like
You don't feel it.
yeah, you don't feel it because you're like Leo. I love him to death, but like you're in your fucking Versace entire outfit in your nice apartment telling us about this one. And don't get me wrong, I love his concept because it's so true. Like I really be needing to hear it.
Right.
But I want to see you go from really
hard
being
times.
broke and
Yeah.
your account is in
The
the
real
negatives
shit.
and you don't know how you gonna pay rent.
Right.
But next week you're gonna be so good, or the next month you're gonna be so good that you're like, you're gonna come.
Yes.
Like I want people to see that actual physical proof.
The real shit.
Yeah, like I want you to see how far
Like,
we come.
we
'Cause
don't
we're
ever
gonna
want to
come.
get on this microphone
And pretend.
fake it for
Yeah,
y'all.
I do not want to. I do not want to
Like
be a
I'm
hypocrite.
telling y'all
like,
right now, life is real.
It
and when we
is.
talk about what we saying right now, like about being human, we are really human because we go through some human ass shit, some real shit, like some shit that it might be stuff that people don't like to talk about or people don't like to, it might be touchy subjects,
Yeah,
say-
taboo
or
whatever.
what's the word?
Controversial.
I
Yeah.
didn't know I was gonna say that.
I just had a
Controversial
feeling.
shit, but it's like it's real shit.
It's
though.
real. It's real shit that a lot of
go
people
through,
go through,
yes.
and it's never healthy to just sit there and hide it in the dark and not talk about it and just
No.
do it alone. Like we need to have a safe space where we can talk about just anything and be able to be accepted in our community. Because that's why so many people go through so much darkness and loneliness because they're afraid that if they speak about what they're really going through and struggling with, that they won't be accepted by society.
Right.
And it shouldn't be
We all
that
go
way.
through
Like we all are going through something. We're all fucking up in our own way. Like. And yeah, other people might have different beliefs or different whatever opinions than us, but our opinion is still important. What we have to say is still important. What we're going through is still important.
So let's get into it.
All right. Do you want
So basically, what we about to do is just tell y'all what we've been going through these past
Yeah.
couple months of why we ain't been recording.
Yeah. For me, it's been a lot, like getting adjusted to everything that's been happening in my life. And it's just been so overwhelming, like starting a new career. And it's not just like a warehouse job where I'm just going learning how to unpackage a trailer or yeah, like I'm actually dealing with people's lives here, like families who are struggling. I'm coming to their house and I'm trying to help them, improve their way of living, and that shit is rough, especially when like I have no support from my supervisors. Like there's nobody holding my hand and trying to explain to me like how does this shit work or what are some techniques. Like yeah, I went through my training, but a fucking video and real life in your face shit is two whole different things, and that's like part of the things that I'm going through. Also, like, and I realized this on the way here. Like when I was talking about, we're different people now, I'm a whole different person. Like, when we started this, I was single, still at Amazon, still at my dad's house, and now I'm a fucking sort of a homeowner. I'm in a relationship. I
You
got
have
a
a career.
career. Like you're good.
It was the
Career. Like it's a lot happening and it's a lot to handle. And I struggle so much with moments of that's why I say I was really hoping I wasn't gonna cry.
It's okay.
I don't want to.
I'll
But
also let them know what you do because they
okay,
might
yeah,
not
I'm
know.
a RBT, which is a registered behavioral technician. And basically, I like go to people's houses of families who are struggling with their children who have behavioral problems. And I basically work with their child to help them like find better ways to deal with whatever behavioral issues that they're having. And it's a lot. But like since it's so much that I have, like I'm struggling a lot with being good enough and feeling like a failure sometimes and just struggling thinking that like not not being able to handle everything that I'm going through like and it's just hard like even in my relationship like I have such a beautiful relationship but sometimes I find myself like struggling still because and I love that I took the time to really heal before I got in my relationship but I'm it's an ongoing process and even when you're in a relationship you experience a whole new level of healing and I knew that prior to going into a relationship but now being in a relationship I'm actually seeing like I still have work to do like there's still old beliefs that I have that
And being in a relationship is like a
a
mirror.
mirror it really is like and that's exactly where I am in life right now it's like I see that mirror of like limiting beliefs that I have that sometimes make me anxious or put fear in my heart about my relationship. And like that's why I said I'm glad that I took some time to heal and process some and get a like a level of awareness that I have to know that these are just limiting beliefs that it's not the reality in my relationship. But all that like it's just a whole lot and also like being in my own house and still struggling financially like it's just so much like
That's a hard pill to swallow.
it is like it's so hard like this past week I was so emotional because there were days where I had no money no food I don't know how I'm getting to work the next day I don't know what I'm eating when I get home and it's just so hard because it's rough like it's a rough spot to be in to sit there and look up and realize that you don't know how to like I can't take care of myself right now and it's so difficult and just all that like it's just so hard then also struggling with this overwhelming feeling of not doing enough like I have to like it's like I feel like I have to do something there's something that needs to be done but
feel
I
like you
don't
gotta do
really
more.
know yeah like I'm constantly feeling I need to do more or I gotta get this and I gotta get that and then I gotta do more and I don't have enough time to do it
Or I don't
and
have the resources or
yeah
the
so it's just so much like it's been really rough and that's why now like I'm at a point where I can't keep doing this like
ready to
I'm
change your life.
exhausted it's exhausting every week like I start off and I'm full of life and I can't wait to get do this shit and then I start deteriorating and I'm contemplating like it'll be so much easier if I just kill myself and I won't have to worry about this shit no more. Like I don't have to worry about bills if I'm dead. I don't have to worry about all this shit that I have to do. I don't want to keep living like that. Like it's rough and I know that I would never hurt myself and or like actually go through with anything, but just the fact that I feel so low that that thought even
come yes.
popped up in my
It makes
mind.
you sad.
It makes me. So that's the human experience that I've been dealing with these past couple of weeks.
Why do I have so much anxiety?
Because
right
it's
now?
this is deep.
What I'm about to talk about is so
It's
deep.
deep. Whenever you're ready, sis. However you want to start it. You want to make a joke about it or whatever. Like
I'm ready. I'm just a little nervous because I feel like it's not so much of what people are going to think. It's more about. I feel like these past couple months since I've been through what I've been through, I've been like distracting myself and
Like, this is gonna make it real.
distracting myself and like masking the feeling a little bit, masking the feeling a little bit. So why the reason that I'm nervous to talk about it is because I feel like right now I'm talking about it in a vulnerable state. You know, it's like I'm gonna confront myself with things that
You haven't.
I haven't worked on, and
Like, you're really about to face it, basically.
yeah, face it head on.
Yeah.
And I mean, like what I went through, I faced it head on because I had to, you know.
Yeah.
But right now, it's like
You haven't really processed it. Is that what you mean?
yeah, I processed it, but I still have like some more processing to do.
Yeah.
So, um, and I want to talk about this because it's a very personal, story and subject. But I want to talk about it because I know that there are other people that can relate to me and other people that may be going through the same thing, and you ain't got no hope. You know what I'm saying? That's why I felt you ain't got no hope, and I just pray to God that this would be that little bit of hope that you could have. You know. But the same reason I started my YouTube channel, I talked about my story about me being adopted. It was hard to talk about, you know, but I knew that it was going to help somebody.
Yeah.
And it did. So basically, over the past couple of months, we haven't been recording. And these past few weeks, I've been going through something. And that's the reason why. I mean, we was already going through stuff. But we would have recorded way sooner.
Yeah.
But I had went through something I asked her, I was like, you know, is it okay if we take a little break and then we come back after I heal a little bit? Which was the reason why we weren't recording. So I got pregnant, and I decided to have an abortion. And you know what's crazy? I'm very pro-choice, but my whole life I used to be like, I would never.
I was the same way.
I was very
growing up Christian.
Yeah, I'm very pro-choice, and I'm like, I don't got nothing to do with somebody else doing with their body. Like that's their choice, their option, you know. But it's like for me and my body, I'm not doing it. You know, I used to always say that, and even when I got pregnant, I still said that.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck no. Like I'm laid down. I knew what I was doing.
Right.
I'm gonna take care of my responsibility. But things happened and things went left, and the person that I was with wasn't good for me. You know, I'm not gonna say they're a bad person because I mean they're still a human. They still have rights like me. They still living like me, like whatever. But they was not good for me. Like the person wasn't good for me. We weren't aligned, and it was very toxic, extremely toxic. And when I say toxic, I mean bitches pulling up, having that constant worry of like I'm gonna have to fight today, you know, or I could lose my life. I don't know what can happen.
Right.
That is not healthy. And for somebody that potentially I would have to spend the rest of my life with, I don't want to sign up for that. And it's like it'd be different if I didn't have the choice. 100%, I would have took care of my responsibility.
Yeah.
But I have the choice. And I know it's very controversial. I know people going to come at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people that don't agree with abortions. But it's like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, go have an abortion. But at the same time, from my experience and what I've been through, I want to let whoever's watching this right now, if you going through or have went through or might go through what I had to go through, I'm letting you know that you have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a choice.
Yes.
If you don't want to make that choice,
that's your choice.
That's your choice.
But you have choices.
And if you do have the baby, you'll be okay. You
Yeah.
know, well, I pray for you, whoever is listening to this, if you're going through that, I pray for you. You know, God's going to make a way. You ain't got to worry about feeding your baby, clothing your baby, putting the house,
You're gonna be
roof
taken
over
care
there.
of.
You're going to be okay. But if you're also going through that and you choose to have an abortion, I'm
That's
letting you know
okay, too.
that you'll also be okay.
Yes.
From everybody's different. Everybody's journey is different. But for me, the reason I didn't want to have one at first was because I was scared. And the night that I realized that I had to, I was like, I mean, yeah, I had the choice, but it's like, I have to have it.
Yeah.
I realized it. My brother was with me. I had a mental breakdown. I was crying hysterically because it wasn't so much of the abortion, like being sad or regretful. It was more of it clicked in my brain that I was going to have to go through pain. I was
Yeah.
going to have to go through a life changing
Procedure.
procedure. And that scared me.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my brother about it, and I was crying. You know, he was there for me. He was like, look, whatever choice you make, I'm with you 100%. But I'm just letting you know you're scared of the unknown. That's all it is. Cause he was like, Leah, on the other side of either choice, it's the unknown. You don't know what it's gonna be like. If you have the baby, you don't know. If you have the abortion, you don't know. You know, so you're just fearful of the unknown. And it clicked in my brain where it was like, he's right. Like I don't know what's gonna happen after. And I was like predicting a lot of things that I shouldn't have been putting on myself because it wasn't true. I'm gonna be depressed. I'm gonna be sad, angry, need therapy. You know, all this stuff. After the decision, I realized I'm okay.
Right.
Like I'm good. You know,
Yeah.
I'm great. I mean, not to sound
Yeah, you are.
insensitive, but like I'm good.
Yeah.
Like anytime that I think about it and I have moments where I get triggered, I remind myself why I did it. And then I also tell myself it's in the past. Like, it's
Yeah.
nothing I can do about it now. I can
Right.
sit here and boohoo cry and be like, I shouldn't have did that. But just like,
Right. It happened.
it done already happened. All I can do is learn from it. And just like we were talking about with a lot of other stuff at the beginning, where we were saying, if it's something that you don't like, work on it.
Right.
Change it. And that's something I didn't like. I didn't like that about myself. I didn't like the fact that I had to have an abortion. So I'm going to work on my actions, the actions that I made to, you know,
Get in this
get in the
position.
situation. Because I ignored a lot of red flags. My dumb ass. I ignored so many red
It'd be like
flags.
that. It'd be like
I'm
that.
saying red. I ain't even saying
Yeah.
orange, pink, blue. Bitch,
It was
red.
It's okay,
Flags. And it wasn't no small. It was a big flag.
Yeah.
Right in my face. It won't hiding. It won't sneaking up.
We like to lie to ourselves sometimes. It happens.
I'm
We've
learning.
all been there.
Yeah, I'm learning. And that situation taught me a lot. And it taught me a lot about myself. It also showed me, you know, you're never truly ready for kids. Nobody is. Financially, spiritually, mentally, nobody's ever truly ready. But it's like, it did teach me, like, the type of person, the type of woman that I want to be when I do decide to bring a child into this world.
Yeah.
Because I realized at that moment when I was pregnant, I'm not that yet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. Like, it's already hard for me to pour into myself and feed myself and take care of myself. And it's like bringing a child into this world, and I have to split that. Like, I have to. Like the days that I don't have the energy, I have to have the energy.
You have to be a mother.
Yeah, and I was like, I've truly felt like I would have loved my baby. I know I would have, but I truly felt like I would have been a good mom, but I know I wouldn't have had the energy, and I would have spread a bad energy onto my child. I know I would have, because I wasn't in the right space in life. The person I was dealing with took away from me. You know, they brought out the worst in me. So because I have to deal with them forever, being around that energy is going to bring me down, and I'm not going to be able to be better for my child, you know? And I didn't want to have to go through that. And yes, I should have been more responsible. If I weren't ready, I shouldn't have laid down and did what I did. But it's like, we human. I'm not saying that as an excuse, but it's like I fucked up.
And we learn from our
I
mistakes.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I made a mistake, and I can admit that. I ain't finna sit here and blame it all on the person that the other person that
that the other part
I
of
ain't
the
finna be like, oh,
equation.
he won't shit and he did this. I fucked up. Leah Clanet,
You made that choice.
the person that I have to live with every day and wake up to and look in the mirror, I fucked up. I made a mistake, and I didn't like that about myself, having have did that. But I realized I don't like that about myself, and I'm gonna do better, or I'm gonna try to do better, you know. Um, and another thing, while I was going through that, it made me realize too the type of people I want to have in my life, because when you are with child, it really open your eyes, and the people that's in your life and how they treat you, it makes a difference. Because it's like before I was with child, yeah, I should have cared, because I should care about somebody disrespecting me or, being bad for me. But when you're with child, you no longer think about just yourself. You have to think about
somebody else,
your baby.
Yeah.
So it's like I started to evaluate people in my life and the things that they brought into my life, because I'm like, not only is this going to affect me, but if I continue to allow this, it's going to affect my child. And the person that I was dealing with, the stuff that they were doing, it made me realize this is not what I want to put up with, nor what I deserve. My brother and my sister showed me exactly what I needed in that moment, because it was no question. Leah, whatever you choose, I got you. It ain't about what I think. It ain't about what I want. It's about you in this moment. They showed me that, and I'm so thankful that I had that. I did not have to go through that experience alone. My brother went with me. My brother and my sister helped me financially. Like, I didn't have to go through that alone. I'm so thankful for that. And I feel so bad for, and truly have so much sympathy for the people that don't have that support. Because in that moment, that support can make or break you. If I didn't have that, I probably would have went off in the deep end for real.
Yeah. It's always good when you have people in your corner. Like, we're not meant to do shit alone.
We're not
We're
meant
to have people helping us when we can't lean on ourselves.
Yeah.
It's good to have somebody you can
Lean
lean
on
on.
me.
Not the
When you're not strong,
I'll be
I'll
your
be your
friend.
But yeah, I want to talk about that because I know there's people that can relate. I know there's people that have been through it or going through it right now.
Might go through it.
Might go through it. Don't never say never now, because I did. All I'm saying is that you're not alone. It might feel like things aren't going to be okay, but it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I promise it will. You can ask her. I'm texting her like, I'm going to need therapy. I'm this, I'm that. I was
trying to like, no, Leah, you're gonna
Look
be
at
alright.
me. I'm okay.
Girl, I seen you
I've been outside.
yes. I was so happy to see you outside.
This is my best life.
Look at my bitch outside. I love to see it.
I hate what I had to go through, but I'm very thankful for that I went through it, because it taught me some shit it taught me some shit books can't teach me, church can't teach me, you can't teach me. It taught me something.
It was a
It reshaped
life-altering
me. Yeah.
experience.
And I'm thankful
it
for it.
reminds me of when I had my car accident. It was like a moment that really just shows you, like, just
Real life shit.
real life shit. Like, it really gives you a perspective of real life. Like, shit can happen. Like, for real. But I just want to say I'm honestly proud of you for, like, everything that you've gone through and how well you've handled it. Also, I don't know if this is bad to say or not, but I'm proud that you knew that you had a choice, that you didn't feel stuck.
And I made the best choice.
The best for, like, I hate to be like, yay. It's not really yay. It's more so I'm glad that you really made the best choice for yourself, because I see so many girls our age making, and I'm not saying that it's bad or wrong. Like, I'm not trying to, minimize nobody's choices or decisions, but just the fact that you made the best choice for yourself and you didn't stay stuck to a toxic ass man that
Forever.
right, and it could have only gotten worse. Like, not saying that people can't change because they can, but you don't
It
know
could have
that.
gotten worse.
Yeah, like it could have gotten worse, and it's. I don't want to ever see a woman go through shit like that because
No. You have the
it's so
choice.
sad. Like, yeah, you, and I'm glad that you chose that for yourself and for your children. Because I really felt when you were like, I don't want to be that type of mother for my child. That's really my biggest, like, if I was ever faced with a decision like that, that would be my biggest factor. I want the best for my child, and I love my future kids so much already that I can't give him the mother that I am right now. Because I know I wouldn't be a good mother right now. I don't have, like, yes, I have healed, and maybe I could do a little bit better than my parents, but I wouldn't be able to really give the space that I want my children to grow up on. Like, I want them to truly, I want to really be a light in this world, like, and really
And to my kids.
guide them. Yeah,
Yeah.
but not in a way that is healthy. Like, you can only do the best, and you never know if you're really gonna be a good parent or not until you have children.
Or till you see them 2 lines on that damn
Right.
pregnancy test,
But like,
and you be like, oh shit.
I really want to work on. Anyways, like, I really want to be the best version of myself that I can be
Before I
to
had
finally,
kids.
yeah, because it's really important to me.
And I'm gonna say one more thing, and we're gonna wrap it up.
I'm ready to talk forever.
Swear to God.
I
But
forgot. We can't do that.
like I had a great. I wouldn't say great, but I had a what's the word I'm looking for? I had a good childhood,
Uh-huh.
or I was blessed.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't never have to worry about eating,
Yeah.
needing for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I was good.
Same.
But I went through some shit. You know, I was adopted, so it's like I've been
That
through,
already comes with.
yes, like I've been
Yeah.
through some shit, and it's like when I have a child, I don't want them to, which I know you can't prevent, but so much. But it's like I don't want them to have to go through what I went through.
Same. I felt
I
that.
want them to have the best,
A childhood.
the best love, the best. I don't want them to have to go through. So when I create a life with the person, I want to take into consideration the person that they are, because we're going to be raising this child together.
Yes.
I might have them by myself. I could do
It's so
everything
important.
right. They come with you. If you doing certain things around them or abusing them or
It
whatever,
just defeats the purpose of whatever I'm doing.
so I want to be very careful on who I choose to have
It's so important.
kids with. Because like I said, I went through some shit. I don't want my kids to go through that. And I know a lot of other people that went through shit while as children.
Yeah.
And I don't want
I
that for my
agree.
kids.
Same.
So all that to say, like, I'm so proud of us for not crying.
I know,
That
right?
was a touchy subject. But
It was. I almost.
I'm just saying
Almost
that
cried.
for y'all, you have a choice, and not just with abortions. You have a choice with everything you do in your life.
Life
every
is all
day.
about choices.
Every day. So
Okay.
the love we need to hunt is inside ourselves, but that love is difficult prey. It is so difficult to hunt inside yourselves to get that love from inside you, because anything can distract you from your goal. Whatever traps your attention distracts you from reaching your goal, from getting the prey that is the love inside. If you can capture the prey, you will see that your love can grow strong inside you, and it can fulfill all your needs. This is so important for your happiness.
That was good, and it kind of went with what we
were
talked
saying.
about. I like this one. The title is "As Without, So Within." When you look up at the clear sky at night, you may easily realize a truth at once utterly simple and extraordinarily profound. What it is that you see: the moon, planets, stars, the luminous band of the Milky Way, perhaps a comet, or even a neighboring Andromeda galaxy 2 million light years away. Yes, but if you simplify even more, what do you see? Objects floating in space. So what does the universe consist of? Objects and space. If you don't become speechless when looking out into the space on a clear night, you are not really looking, not aware of the totality of what is there. You are probably only looking at the objects and perhaps seeking to name them. If you have ever experienced a sense of awe when looking into the space, perhaps even felt a deep reverence in the face of this incomprehensible mystery, it means you must have relinquished for a moment your desire to explain and label and have become aware not only of the objects in space, but of the infinite depth of space itself, you must have become still enough inside to notice the vastness in which these countless worlds exist. The feeling of awe is not derived from the fact that there are billions of worlds out there, but the depth that contains them all. I thought that was going to be better than what it was.
Nah, that was good though.
It
Especially
was.
that last line.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have to reread that again myself.
Oh, it's about to end. Okay,
All
real
right,
quick.
what?
I want a hug.
Okay.
I love
It's
you
been
so much.
I love you too, sis. Oh my God. It's been so long.
I'm so thankful for our friendship.
Me too. I miss you so much.
Okay, y'all, we about to go. Cause I gotta pee. I've been holding in my pee for like 10 minutes.
I'm trying to catch Chipotle before they close.
Thank God out of nowhere. I ain't
Don't you ever in your life play with me like that. Y'all
had
don't
to
put
put
my
that in
pants
there.
unbuttoned. This high
Period.
waisted, so they fit everywhere else, but they don't fit my stomach. All right, y'all.
And that's your business.
That's
And don't forget, okay, can I end it?
Go ahead, please.
We just want to end it on. Don't forget to get in y'all Zoom. Get on y'all Zoom.
Get in your Zoom.
Please do what you gotta do. Stand on your word and have some fucking discipline. And that goes for the both of us
Period.
too, because we finna get the
Oh,
work.
yeah, we be slacking
Cause we're
too.
we're gonna just don't get it twisted on the fact that we still make mistakes. We're about to elevate on a whole different level that y'all ain't never seen before, and y'all gonna get first live footage. Is that live footage?
Oh, we got merch coming
of-
soon.
Yeah, we got a whole lot of shit going on. Whole lot of shit about to happen. Y'all stay tuned. Love y'all.